Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's going on?
All right, guys, we're back. This episode, there is very few things to talk about, per usual. But let's jump right into Checked Out. Even though Micah talked about this previously, I am very interested to hear this. Terrence, you watched all of Black as Fuck, which is interesting, because this is your first Kenya Barris show that you've watched all the way through, right?
Yeah, I've seen 3 or 4 episodes of Blackish.
Okay.
That's it. Never seen Mixedish and Grownish and
that's it.
Nigga, whatever. I don't know. So this, he has a very distinct style of comedy that I don't know who the core audience is supposed to be, but I found the show very funny.
Well, he did Barbershop 3, which we did.
He did. I really like Barbershop 3.
It's the best one.
But this is not that.
No.
It's not even remotely close to no.
I mean, I wouldn't imagine at all, but I'm just saying, like, comedy-wise.
Reason why I wasn't really fond of Blackish is because, like, they'll go into these long, like, soliloquies about, like, shit that happened, like Black history.
Right.
And I'm like, I already know. You don't have to. Okay, cool. And he does the exact same thing in this show.
Oh, really?
Does it every episode. Does it at least once an episode, whether it be his daughter or himself or his wife. Yeah, those parts I'm like, nigga, I already know. I know. I get it.
Literally every episode is the same title, just said a different way.
Yeah, like because slavery. That's literally it. I'm like, it's not funny anymore. But overall, I thought it was pretty funny. If his characters are a reflection of himself, Kenya Barris is a fucking asshole. Like, he is a huge dick. Like, his daughter calls him a dick, which I don't know about all that. Like, they curse at each other constantly in the show. It's very strange.
How old is his daughter? Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Ass whooping.
Yeah, he's got like a 20-something-year-old.
Here's the thing. It doesn't really matter how old. I'm never going to call my dad a dick. Like, I'm just not.
Yeah, I'm like, unless I want my brainstem knocked loose, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. But no, they have a weird dynamic. Like, the whole family just curses at each other, just constantly. It's just very strange. But he's an asshole. Like, and that was another reason why I didn't really like Blackish that much, because Dre got on my nerves. So he's a dick. Like, he's a fucking prick. but sometimes it can be very funny. Episode 5, which is the one everyone talks about, is the Cookout. It's the best episode in the season. Everyone's in it. Like, Tyler Perry's in it, and he was funny. He gave a little diatribe about what he thinks about his movies, and I'm like, okay, cool, we get it, but they're still not good. It's fine. Yeah, you speak to your audience, you have a language that your audience gets it, yada yada yada. They still suck.
Yeah, does it? Do. Oh, speaking of that, I need to add a story to the docket. Thank you. Go ahead.
But it's. I mean, I can see why people write the hot takes. Oh, he writes shows for white people, because he has those sections in every episode where he basically breaks down some kind of Black history, and like, yeah, this is why we act the way that we act. And it's his wardrobe.
Yo,
it's annoying. He's like 45. He's like 6 years older than us, or 5. You guys are 40, right? You're about to hit 40 next month, right?
July.
Oh.
Yeah, but yo, it's the same way in Black. It's worse in Blackish.
Yeah, no, Dre
got like
Dre
a shoe
is
closet and all that.
Yeah, that's how Dre is. I mean, Dre is clearly him too.
Right.
Yeah, that's him. That's his character. That's him. Like, he wears nothing but like tracksuits. He had a book bag and whatever. I'm like,
you're too old.
Are you?
Yeah,
like, I get it,
but
like, who? Like, you grew up in the 90s, like, with us. It's kind of weird that, like, his style is like that of like the 20-year-olds that are out now. And he says dude every 5 seconds. That shit drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, his soft ass voice is really good.
Yeah,
everyone says his voice is awful. I've not watched any of it.
You should. Yeah, it's annoying, but it works in certain circumstances. Like, it's really funny sometimes when he starts insulting some people. It's fucking funny as hell. It just is. but his voice, yeah, he sounds like a bitch. But I enjoyed it. I didn't give a fuck about the color, the colorism and all that other bullshit. Like, he's a light-skinned nigga and his wife is a light-skinned woman. Or she's mixed.
I just look at a picture of his family. They look like his family. I don't know what you're mad about.
Though that family looked like they could be related. All those children look like they could literally be related.
No, but like literally look a picture up of his family. They look like the actors. Like, that's what the fuck you want.
So I don't have an issue with that.
It's a stupid. To me, like, if you want a different show, just watch a different show. Like, it's okay. He's talking about his life.
Like, I get it. People have their hangups about like him basically doing the same show 5 times.
To me, that's a valid criticism.
Yeah,
they joke about it in the first episode.
Yeah. Like, no, in the and like I think episode like 7 or 8 or something like that. It's they talk about it again. He's like, yeah,
you're a bit of a one-trick pony. Yeah. And then they go to the guy who created like Modern Family, and they go through all of his like filmography, and it's just these vastly different shows.
Right. It's the scene when he pulls up in his fucking car.
Yeah.
And the other guy pulls up in like a Prius or some shit. And he's like, oh, it's a nice car you got there. It's like,
and then he tries to justify why he's got his fucking NRX fucking hybrid and shit, like, and because if I don't,
it's like, I'm broke. If I don't have this car, then I'm broke. But if I do this car, I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck. That's what he sounds like. I'm like, yo, my nigga, stop. Just stop.
Wait, he drives the NRX? Are you serious?
Yeah,
it's the Acura something.
Yeah, no, it's the electric version of the NSX. Yeah, that's what I would drive. Yeah, no, I understand that.
Let me tell you something.
Bought that.
Fuck yes.
Let me tell you something. You would love this show.
No, I feel like I would.
I think you would, actually.
Yeah, I think I probably would.
When I'm watching it, I'm like, I think Jay would like this.
I probably would. I like Kenya Barris.
It's funny. It is funny. Like, it is funny. I'm not gonna say it's not funny, but it's hilarious. Like, there was some scenes I was like crying laughing at some of the scenes. But yeah, he's just annoying and he's a dick, but it works.
Well, a lot.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate any of this. Fine. When I have Kenya Barris money, don't call my fucking house. How about that? Fuck y'all. I'll be a bitch ass rich nigga. So how about that?
Hey, that's exactly something he would say.
Yeah.
I'll give you a call tomorrow and every other day after that, because you ain't never gonna have Kenya Barris money.
This guy's making a lot of good points. I'm just saying.
But no, I enjoyed it. I get why people don't, but like, I liked it. I was fucking shocked. That's why I finished it. If I don't like something, I don't finish it. So
that's a good point. Actually,
told you something.
I'm shocked you watched it.
Yeah, I just was like, you know what? Everybody keeps talking about it. I'm gonna just go ahead and watch the damn show to see what the fuck everybody's talking about.
What else do you have to do?
Huh? This is actually pretty decent.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Hey, I thought this might be a True Blood situation. I thought this might be a True Blood situation where you start and you're like, fuck, I gotta end.
No, True Blood is different because there was seasons of that. And the first couple seasons of True Blood were good.
Yeah, they were. And that's
very good. And then I had to like suffer through the last like 4.
There was only like 6 seasons. No. No. The first 2 were really good. I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
All right. I assume this is Micah. Micah, do you watch Good Time?
Yeah, I said I would, and I did. And yeah, it's a crime thriller from the Safdie Bros, and yes, it's good, man. It's good. You're 100% right. It feels like they have a style, and it feels like Uncut Gems. The synth music is something that I guess I'm just gonna have to get used to, but it kind of works because like the way they shoot film, it kind of feels like a late 70s kind of like crime thrillers, and that's what Uncut Gems and Good Time feel like. They feel like they're out of the 70s.
Side note, the brother who is in the movie, he plays what's his brother?
Handicapped guy.
Yeah. He also did the music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he created the music as well.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah. Super talented.
Yeah, it's a good story, man. Like it's like it's a story that kind of focuses on these. It's kind of like a day in the life, but not really like a day. Like it, I don't know how to describe this.
To me, it just feels like a very acid trip kind of a film.
Yeah. It's very good though. I really enjoy it, and there are stories that kind of like they don't get tied up in a nice, neat little bow, and everything is all good. Like while I was watching this, I'm looking at Robert Pattinson, and on several occasions, I'm like, does he think this is going to work? And
his plans,
yeah, all his plans. Like, does he think this is going to work? But I'm into it, right? And I'm engrossed in it. You're right in that they do a good job of kind of lingering with their characters to make you not necessarily feel for them, but you are invested and you want to see the story play out.
Yeah.
You're invested in what happens to them. But Robert Pattinson's a despicable character, right? Like,
yeah, he is. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
He's a terrible person.
Yeah, like that robbery in the beginning. I was like, this is
so mad.
I was like, yo, this is super unacceptable. Look, it's genius, but super unacceptable.
Yeah, I'm surprised more people don't do it. Right?
Yeah,
balls to do it.
Yeah, I'm shocked by that too.
But yeah, this is really good, man. I highly recommend it. It's on Netflix, and yeah.
I need to see more of their stuff.
Yeah, I would like to also. I forgot that Robert Pattinson is English.
Yeah,
he does a good job of playing a wigger from New York.
Yeah, New York scumbag.
Yeah, and what they did to the security guard.
Nigga, that was super fucked up. It was wrong, man. That was wrong. I'd have fucked that dude's life up forever.
Right. Yeah. But I highly recommend it, Tom. It's very, very good.
Yeah. But that's why when people are like, oh, the guy from Twilight, I'm like, yo, watch other movies, yo.
Yeah, a very good actor.
Yeah.
It's an actor's job to, act. Like I don't understand.
Pretend. To pretend.
Like, I mean, some of them are not that good at their job, but
yeah, some of them aren't. But
that being his most famous role, and people not reading or watching other things. I mean,
I get it.
Stupid.
I get it, but I'm always like, you should probably, before you have this hardy opinion, you should probably watch something else.
Like Taylor Kitsch is not a good actor.
Is Taylor Kitsch English?
But he's in Waco.
I was gonna say,
and
but
he's very good.
I was gonna add it to the docket. That shit is fucking good, man. He's good. He's really good in that. Like, that's another series. If you're not watching Waco, ooh.
It was on the Paramount Network before, and no one knows what the fuck that was.
Nope. Look, I finished watching because you and I, Terrence, we were talking about the Unabomber series, and it's the same thing. Apparently, really bad actors really need to go to these, like the Paramount Network or some other network, then nobody will hire them.
Yeah, but they give them roles where they can actually,
like really work it out, and like
their fucking craft.
Right. Sam Worthington played the guy who went after the Unabomber. That Unabomber series was fucking good, and he was really good in it. He was excellent in it.
A lot of that is direction, Like,
well, and they get shitty roles, right? Like just big action roles that barely let them talk.
Yeah.
Right. Like you gotta. A director has to pull a performance out of people, man. Like, if it's not all on the actor, it's a combination of the actor, the director, the writer. Like, that's, people get on my goddamn nerves. The Twilight guy. Yeah,
shut up. You don't have to do anything for Twilight. Like, what the fuck is that? That's
this dude is That dude did nothing mainstream for years, trying to build so much indie cred. Like, could you just watch something else I'm in? They're like, nah, you was a vampire, my nigga. You sparkled. That's it. He's like, that's all right. I'll be Batman. I'm like, damn it. But yeah, Waco's really good too. I haven't finished the series yet, but I am pretty impressed with Taylor Kitsch's performance. But again, you're right. Like it's not just the actor. It's you need a director who can pull it out. Also, I mean, not that he's underrated, but I really enjoy seeing Michael Shannon in anything.
He's not underrated at all. But
no, he's not.
Yeah, he's very, very. He's one of the best actors out now.
Yeah.
And I always forget that nigga's like 44 years old.
Yo, it's so wild, yo. It's
he looks like he's 60 years old.
Yo,
I don't believe that.
He's 45, yo.
Nigga, he's my wife's age. He looks like he could be her dad.
He
like
was born in like 1975 or like 1977 or some shit like that.
45.
Yes.
yeah. Michael Shannon
is upsetting a little bit.
Yeah, he has lived a hard life.
Like he doesn't even sound like he sounds like he's in his 60s.
Yeah, he's 45.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's weird.
But
he was
in
his 30s when Superman came out. Yeah.
He's damn near the same. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, he is a hard 45.
When did Man of Steel came out in 2013, right? That was 7 years ago. He was 38. He was my age.
That's crazy.
Oh, he's a year younger than me when fucking Man of Steel came out.
He's younger than Ben Affleck, yo.
What? It doesn't make any sense.
Yo. Yeah, I don't think it's almost 50, right?
Nigga.
Like 47?
Nigga. How about this? He's exactly a month exactly a month older than my wife. Exactly a month older.
He looks so old.
Yeah, he looks like he's at least 55 years old. At least 55.
Yeah. But he's looked like that forever.
Yeah. No, he has.
He just got that face. I mean, again, he was 38 in Man of Steel.
That's crazy.
I was like, remember I told you a couple weeks ago, I was watching an old wrestling match. It was this has nothing to do with Michael Shannon. Watching the Undertaker and Brock Lesnar in a steel cage in the Hell in a Cell match in 2002. Like the Undertaker was like 36 years old in that match. He looked old as fuck. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, because isn't he he's like 50 something?
He's 50.
That's
no,
crazy.
He's
55, I thought?
No, wait. Is he my mom's age? It's something like that. But yeah, he was like 30. He was like 36, 35.
No, he's 55.
That was 20 years ago. He was like 37, 38 years old. And I was like, yo, why do you look so old? He's always looked that old.
Yeah.
But I give him a break.
Yeah, he's
because,
a wrestler.
Yeah, he's a wrestler. He's probably hopped up on goofballs all the time, trying to fucking do old school and all that shit. Michael Shannon has no excuse. Michael Shannon just sits around and plays pretend.
Yo, I'm looking at these pictures of the Undertaker, like just walking around. This dude looks 100 years old. God damn,
he looks so old. Yeah, him and Steve Austin are like the same age.
Yeah, you know why? Because like Steve Austin got out early.
Years younger. Like he looks 15 years younger than him.
Yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin was like, nah, I'm gonna leave wrestling so I can still look a reasonable age. And he's a big Trader Joe's guy, right? He loves organic shit. That's where he gets all his organic shit from. Yeah. Michael Shannon being 45 is insane. It doesn't make any sense at all.
It's bizarre to me.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're not watching Waco, that's another one. And again, like we have.
It's interesting that Netflix does that. Like, oh, didn't do well. We'll take it.
Yeah, and it's on. It was on the Paramount Network, like you said. Like nobody saw that.
Yeah, it's number 6 on their watch list.
Yep. And so like when you and I were talking about the Unabomber series, when that was new on Netflix, but
wasn't that like Discovery or something?
It was a Discovery Channel. Yeah, it was. And we were like, damn, this is like really good. And I remember seeing an ad. They were like, there's a new Waco series coming out, like a traumatized Waco series. I was like, oh, I want to watch this shit. And it was like starring Taylor Kitsch. I'm like, you know what? fuck it. Because clearly, if you can get Sam Worthington to give up a great performance, then maybe they can do it with Taylor Kitsch. So maybe Taylor Kitsch isn't a bad actor, but he just had him starting out as Gambit was probably too big of a jump, right? That's like, one, that movie was bad. So, that's not really his fault. And then, him getting sort of just subsequent bad roles, like just getting kind of pigeonholed. Yeah, I'm glad he's kind of doing some dramatic stuff and giving himself a chance to kind of prove himself. Like, that's cool to me. And maybe that's where he needs to stick. Not necessarily the Paramount Network, but just kind of,
I didn't know what the hell, I didn't know the Paramount Network, because I read an article on it last night, because that Waco series is so popular on Netflix. Paramount Network is what Spike became.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Spike TV turned into the Paramount Network.
Okay.
Fuck. All right.
It's random.
Sure.
But
Waco is good, and Michael Shannon is 45 years old.
Little did you know. All right. Let's talk about the movie that we all did, in fact, watch. I didn't have a chance to watch The Lighthouse, but all of us did watch Extraction, starring Chris Hemsworth. This one, everybody is sort of talking about, and I would argue for good reason. What did you guys think of this?
I don't know what the story was about.
Yo, don't think about the story, because the plot literally makes no sense.
Like, the plot was like there was two rival people,
drug dealers,
and one just kidnapped the other one's son just because fuck you. Like, that's literally
that seemed to be the whole,
literally it,
the whole thing.
And then they sent Chris Hemsworth in to kill a lot of brown.
No, Terrence.
That's not what it was. That's not what happened.
No, the one drug dealer kidnapped the other drug dealer. Other drug dealer told his number one, you better get my kid back. So the number one went and hired Chris Hemsworth to extract the child. And then he decided he's going to kill Chris Hemsworth to get the child back. What?
Yeah. It was like, so it was this weird sort of double cross. Yeah.
If you are enough of a badass to kill Chris Hemsworth's team, why didn't you just go extract the fucking kid, you goddamn self? It doesn't make sense. But that's not why we
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, no. That is not why we're here.
We're here because niggas was throwing kids off of rooftops.
Yo, I was like, yo, what are we doing?
Yo, I was like, yo, this seems really fucked up. This seems very unnecessary.
I thought he was going to like hold the kid there for like, give me the information. He was like, nope.
So I literally was like, whoa. I had to rewind because I didn't know what I was looking at. I was like, oh no, he put that nigga off a roof. Okay.
He was like, who knows about this? He was like, John does. Where's John? You just threw him off a roof. Like, oh, you're right. My bad.
No, the action is what we're here for, and the action is amazing. Some of the best action I've seen in a while.
It's damn good.
It's very good, especially that fucking like 15 to 20 minute single shot sequence. That shit was amazing.
It was 12 minutes.
What, 12? That's it?
It didn't feel
like it felt like it was 20.
Yeah, it felt long. It felt long. Not in a bad way, but it definitely felt long.
Like it was like, I didn't even realize it. Like, it starts in the wood, it starts in the forest, and then it just goes to that car chase, which is dope. Again, I'm assuming they use some CG because there are some sequences. There's some transitions in the car. Like the second one, clearly CG. But the first one, when he does like the fishtail or he does the U-turn.
Yeah.
And the camera goes from outside the car into the car. I'm like, how the fuck did they do that?
Well, at one point,
it's trickery.
At one point, the camera falls out a window, and the camera just gets back up.
Yo, there was some sick ass camera tricks done in this movie. It's cool, man. Like, I understand why people are talking about it because it's the action sequence. That action sequence is dope. Like the fact that it went from a car chase into a build, like, and not only was it a single shot. But it went from Chris Hemsworth to the kid because the kid was trying to get
his perspective.
The kid, and he was running and went to his perspective. But then it's still same shot. Went back to Chris Hemsworth. He gets knocked out of a fucking building and he was Thor in this movie because whatever. They have superpowers in this movie too. You don't fall out a fucking window, get up and start knife fighting.
Nigga, he got hit by a car.
Don't work like that, too. And they were like, "Yo, I gotta catch my breath. Hold on." No, it's.
I gotta hide behind cover and wait for the red to clear.
Basically,
it's dope, man. Like I was shocked, surprised.
Look,
how good it was.
I was expecting sort of, I've got it kind of on in the background. Like I was expecting sort of mindless action, and I mean a lot of it is fairly mindless, but it's actually like pretty well done movie, right? Like the plot is enough there to sort of be enough to tell the story, right? But I thought the sort of the double cross and then like the double cross back was kind of dope. Like the fight between the two guys, Hemsworth and this other guy, like the knife fight, that was pretty cool when they just decided to hit each other with cars and shit, which is nuts.
Right, you got hit by a truck.
He fucked that dude's whole day up.
Come on, that's not how physics works.
He would have been dead.
This nigga is named Tyler Rake, and he killed a guy with a rake.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, that sequence was fucked up.
Yes,
he hit this dude with like a German suplex on his neck. I'm like, I don't know how you pull that stunt off, but like that dude is in traction.
Well, he threw a guy into another guy and like clearly like broke his back, which I was like,
he fucked them dudes all. Like, I wonder how much those stuntmen get paid in like foreign countries.
I don't know, man. It didn't feel like enough.
They go full bore, like it's insane.
Yeah, but I thought it was pretty fun. I really enjoyed the ending. Like I like how they played that ending. That was kind of a fun moment.
It was directed by stuntman.
Yeah,
so looks so good.
So yeah, like it being directed by this guy Sam Hargrave is kind of important to some other things that we talk about, right? So the movie was produced by the Russo brothers, who did obviously a number of the Marvel movies. And the screenplay was written by Joe Russo, which is interesting. And then the director, Sam Hargrave, he was also the stunt coordinator for the Russo brothers. And he was specifically for their movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I think a number of other ones. He was a stunt coordinator for Civil War and Endgame. But he was also Chris Evans' stand-in stunt double for Captain America. So that's kind of cool. Like this guy never directed anything.
Yeah, this is his first fucking movie.
So
look, this is his first movie.
Not bad.
Right.
Not bad. Not bad for a budget of $65 million.
Why isn't there an Academy Award for stunt work?
Yeah, I feel like it probably should be
for choreography and like because these people are like they get no credit. Some of them die for this.
Yeah, they get hurt all the time.
Yeah,
they're like wrestlers. They just don't work as much,
right? And probably get paid a lot more than the average wrestler.
Yeah. Well, the average WWE wrestler, don't they make at least 70,000?
Yeah,
70,000.
Exactly.
The fuck out
but
of
they
here.
work well, but they don't really work 365 because they don't fucking put them in any.
Oh well, that's fair.
Yeah, they got to travel. That sucks.
They got to travel. They got to pay.
And they got to pay for their own travel
and lodging.
Yeah.
What the? All right, yo, Vince.
Yeah, that's why you always hear stories about them fucking on the road. Like, yeah, we had to go to rental. We had to do a rental car, and we had to drive to the venue because
that's why
we're private contract because we're fucking contractors.
That's why none of them have money when they retire.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
What the fuck?
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
but yeah, look, Extraction. Look, this movie is it's super fun.
Oh, it is.
I feel the length a little bit, but it's super fun. Like All right.
Yeah, they could have knocked off 20 minutes.
I got pretty bored with the whole staying at what's the name's house.
Yeah, David Harbour didn't need to be in that whole David Harbour thing. Didn't
No, or it could have just been super short. Like it felt like forever to me.
I feel like that was to show you how big David Harbour is. Chris Hemsworth is 6'3".
Yeah, David Harbour's not a small guy.
He's a fucking huge dude.
Yeah. Harbour's a big guy. I look forward to seeing him in Black Widow, actually. I like him. I just didn't find the scene to be all that particularly interesting. But I think that
had some drama.
Yeah,
it did, but the movie it turned the movie into 2 hours and into a 2-hour movie when it could have been 1:30.
Yeah,
right.
It definitely could have been 1:30. But so the other thing I will say is, so Marvel has now, like, Chris Hemsworth is a full-on star at this point, right? Like, this is if this were different times, I feel like this movie would have definitely been released in theaters. Like, I don't see why not.
I don't know, man. Just because, like, I'm waiting for. Well, I guess you won't get backlash because they're brown, but I don't know. Part of me feels like the way people complain about things, like people would have an issue. People would have an issue about this white guy coming into this brown country and fucking wrecking shop, and he has to be the one to save the brown kid. Meanwhile, the brown, which is why the Sanju, I think is his name,
Saju.
They end up teaming together, right? Because you can't.
Well, but that's my whole thing. Like, that dude was also a fucking badass.
He was his equal.
Yeah, he was. He was a special forces guy too.
Which is why I ask, if you are as good as Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth, why do you need to hire him to get the fucking kid out of there?
Yeah.
Just go and...
Look, I will happily admit that you could have made this movie starring that guy, and I'd have watched the shit out of it too.
It still would have been dope.
Yo.
He was just as good.
Yeah, like...
He was more interesting, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because I was like, man, they're giving a lot of story to this seemingly double-crossing villain, and then he went toe-to-toe with Hemsworth. I was like, oh, I see now. Okay, this is why I care about him. But yeah, this dude was a fucking badass. I mean, like, he went out like a champ on that fucking bridge, and he took a lot of people with him.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
but so did Chris Hemsworth. Who got that nigga got shot in the fucking neck. And was just after being like bruised, battered, beaten up, blown to bits, and then get shot in the fucking neck.
Yep.
You see the bullet come out his neck hole, and then still has time to fucking do a swan dive off the bridge.
Well, for style.
And people are like, "Oh, is he still alive? Is he still alive?" Because of the ending. No, that nigga ain't alive.
Yes, he is. That's him.
He's not. No, he's not.
That's an apparition.
Right. Thank you. That's
no way. Bullshit.
That kid has post-traumatic stress disorder.
I will make you right now. Just get it out of your wallet and sit it on the shelf. I will bet you $10 you will get Extraction 2.
Look, no.
With who?
With Chris Hemsworth. Same character, Bill Rake or whatever the fuck his name is. No, a sequel. He survived it. Neck bullet hole scar, whole 9 yards.
Who got him out the water?
He got himself out of the water. Look at him. You see how he jumped into the water in the beginning? He don't need y'all.
Is he not going to talk? Is he not going to talk because he got a big fucking hole in his neck?
He didn't get a tracheotomy through that bullet. It was on the side. Give me my $10.
Nope.
Look, the second after they feel like enough people watched it, so they saw the end, and they could be like, Extraction 2, greenlit. You watch. You fucking watch.
It'll be some bullshit.
I'd like to see a prequel of the other dude.
Kylo.
I'd watch it. Kylo Ren. It's fine. I'd watch the shit out of that. I'd watch a prequel of that other guy. Saju, yeah, he was a badass. They were shooting a lot of people. One thing I will say is, in the era of John Wick, movies have done really good at training stars with weapons. They look a lot better handling guns. Also, this movie has a moment where a woman who you're like, oh, she's just like, She's just like a really attractive woman who helps Chris Hemsworth. She blows a fucking helicopter out of the sky with a rocket launcher like it's a Rambo movie. Jesus Christ.
Well,
she was awesome.
She was a badass too. Like, what the fuck? Everybody was a badass.
Yeah. That whole team came through. It was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, but I thoroughly enjoyed the moment where she blew up the helicopter. I was like, I was not expecting that. Okay. Yeah, but Extraction was good. It was pretty goddamn fun. Also, she fucking murdered that sniper, which was great. Fucking blew that guy's head off. All right, so let's get into lightning round. Micah, you have 2 stories.
All right.
Yeah, you don't even know what to do.
No, I really don't. 2019 officially has the its biggest box office bomb. Well, you probably already opened the story, but it is in fact X-Men: Dark Phoenix.
Womp womp.
The film lost $133 million, making it the biggest box office flop of 2019.
How the fuck did this movie have a $200 million budget?
Ahead of Cats, Terminator, Dark Fate, and Gemini Man. I feel like they arranged those in improper order for maximum comedy. Terminator, Dark Fate, Gemini Man, and Cats. Like, wow.
That's sad, because Dark Fate wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't.
I enjoyed Dark Fate.
It's as good as you're going to get.
Yeah, it is. It is. You need to just stop making those movies.
Did either of you see Gemini Man?
No. No. You did.
I did.
Mm-hmm. Okay, do you want to just move on?
I mean,
it looked bad.
It was a vanity project. It is what it is.
Did he start clapping in just a group of people?
Like, they created this wild technology, which was pretty dope, when they could have just used as fucking like de-aging.
Yeah, seems unnecessary.
I did both performances. I'm like, okay, all right.
That was not needed.
You didn't need to do all that. You spent a lot of money.
That's why it was a flop.
Him, but like black don't crack, so you could have just de-aged him by putting on makeup. You know?
Yeah.
What I mean?
Yeah, they really could have.
But like they de-aged his body though. That's the other thing. Like he had the Fresh Prince body, like because old Will Smith is bigger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but like 100%. his whole everything was just de-aged. It was weird.
Well, these X-Men movies suck. So
yeah, you haven't seen Dark Phoenix, have you?
No, but I've seen like video reviews of it,
so
and I've
bad.
seen the scene of Charles.
Yo, that shit is offensive.
As the marionette, fucking walking up the stairs like fucking Jack Skellington or some shit.
It's unacceptable.
Nah. I'm not watching that.
No, that one I wouldn't even want to do as a like we watch trash. It's not good. It's just boring. Apocalypse was just bad, like really bad.
Yeah.
It had no reason to be that fucking bad.
No,
like a fucking high school student directed that fucking movie. Like, for real, it's so terrible.
I don't know how he went from X2 to that. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't think that's a particularly amazing movie, but it's far better. He just got lazy.
Next up, Tyler Perry has always been a maverick, rising from the struggling writer performer to a film and TV mogul and studio owner. Speaking with Deadline over the weekend, Perry shared a plan to get production on his multiple TV series up and running in June at his Atlanta-based Tyler Perry Studios, with a strict protocol that involves testing and sequestering the show's cast and crew on the sprawling lot because he's only using one section of it for all of his TV shows.
How about this? Just scroll down in this story and start the paragraph next to the image that says "Welcome to the Tyler Perry Studios." I just want you to read it out loud because I know you haven't read it. Because I want you to get very angry live. That's what I want.
Welcome.
Starts with while the idea of quarantining.
Okay. What is wrong with my computer?
It's a piece of shit.
Yes, it is.
I don't even see that paragraph.
It's kind of like below the fold. Here, I'll start it. While the idea of quarantining the cast and crew of a show on a lot for several weeks at a time,
a la drama camp, has been floated before, what makes it feasible for Perry is the way he produces his television series, which he writes and directs. One 22-episode season of a Tyler Perry series is shot in shut up.
What?
One 22-episode season of a Tyler Perry series is shot in 2.5 weeks, compared to the 8 months it takes for broadcast series to shoot a 22-episode season, including hiatuses. His shows film entirely on the lot, which feature elaborate exteriors and interiors, including a replica of the White House, and it includes ample housing on the premise. Yo, that's not work ethic, dude. That's the epitome of just doing enough.
That's assembly line filmmaking. That's what it is.
It is. Well, it feels like he might still have the mentality. And I mean, I guess to be fair to him a little bit, I can understand it, right? It's like if you make it, but you grew up poor, like you still have like you have like poor person's mentality about things, right? Like you're just like, no, we can't spend this kind of money, because you're trying to, and that's not a negative necessarily. It's just, I didn't grow up rich or anything, so I still have in some ways like that kind of thing, right? But you have a whole studio. You don't need to rush through a whole season in 2.5 weeks.
And the problem is you can tell.
Yes, that's true. That's the big issue. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, okay, if you can rush through a fucking 22 episode season in 2 weeks, longer than we've been in quarantine.
Right.
Like, at least make it good. But if it looks like you did that shit in 2 weeks, I mean, that's not good.
He theoretically could have shot 2 entire television series.
2 seasons.
Two seasons since we've been locked in.
Nigga, this is week 7. He almost ready for number third season. What are you talking about?
Jesus Christ! Yeah, 2.5 weeks. That's 6 weeks. Yeah. Next week he could have knocked out 3 seasons of one show. So he's gonna do 3 shows that he all wrote himself.
Yeah, those would be great.
I really want to respect that guy.
I do.
I can respect some things that he does. I don't respect some of
the things he does, but like I don't respect the quality.
Yo, don't talk to nobody about work ethic, yo. Don't.
I mean, that is work ethic. It is.
No, it's not.
It is. Like he writes all the scripts himself. Like, they ain't not good, but he writes them himself. He fucking directs everything in less than a month.
What? How long does it take?
It is worth work ethic.
How long does it take to edit? Does he just go like cut, print? We got it. Like he don't do no like reshoots. He'll do none of that.
Fly edit.
Like, nah, stand right there. No, that's it.
The definition of work ethic is the principle that hard work is intrinsically virtuous and worthy of reward. Hard work.
It is hard work. No, it's got to be a lot of hard work writing all them scripts.
No, it's not. It's not. It can't be. I've seen a lot of people's hard work, and it doesn't take 2.5 weeks. I can't.
Nah, I agree to disagree, Micah. This is as hard as it gets for him.
Like look at his shit. The difference between like a Tyler Perry movie, a Tyler Perry television show, and something like Uncorked. That's a great movie.
Right.
I'm sure it took longer than 2.5 weeks to film.
I would like to think so.
And I'm pretty sure the actual script took longer than 2.5 weeks to write. And like rewrites and like punching it up and things like that. Prentice Penny is a far better writer.
Oh,
Tyler Perry.
Undoubtedly.
Issa Rae is a better writer than Tyler Perry. And her fucking her season, her show, she like it'll come out whenever the fuck it comes out. Don't worry about it.
Look at Atlanta. Remember that show? Coming back. Oh, you know why it's not coming back right away? It's because fucking Donald Glover has real work ethic and he wants to fucking make shit.
He wants it to be good.
That show is super good, by the way.
Like,
super good.
I feel like you would want your shit. Again, you got your audience. It's fine.
Yo, he really doesn't care. You know,
I don't think he does, man.
Like if you see him,
he doesn't.
Like interviews and stuff like that.
Watch the 5th episode of Black as Fuck. His explanation. I'm like, nigga, I get it. It's a poor excuse.
Yo,
it is.
I wonder what that's like for someone like Kenya Barris to talk with him, right? Like you respect him for what he's accomplished, but you can't possibly think that his work ethic, hashtag work ethic.
It's like, you got to know, like, yo, my shit is better than this. Yes, all my shows are the same, but
they're better.
They're better.
And it comes down to actually caring about what the final product is. Like truly caring about it, right? Because I think if you're an artist, you have higher standards for yourself than your audience does. Right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he has that.
Right. And look, I'm not honestly, I'm not trying to like compare what we do to what he does. I'm not. But we take a level of pride. Like I work really hard to make sure the show sounds right. Like I'm kind of pissed that it doesn't sound as good as it normally does because we're all remote and everything. Yeah. Like, but I'm always working on those things in my copious free time to make those things sound better. When people, like somebody messaged us on Twitter and was like, your show sounds great, even though you guys are remote, thank you, blah, blah. I'm like, really? Because it sounds like shit to me, right? But that guy appreciated it. But my standards are always trying to be higher than what people are happy with, right?
It's the saying, you're your own worst critic.
Right. And
it doesn't seem to be. And another thing, we've had episodes of Black on Black cinema where we just were like, no.
Yeah, people don't ever hear those.
Yeah, they're just like, nah, this is not good.
You're never gonna hear Putney Swope, guys.
No, you're never going to.
Because we were like, this is not good. It's not good.
Yeah.
So we didn't put it out there.
Right.
But like it's just man, whatever comes out of his mind.
Okay,
this is the script. We're gonna go ahead and film it. That's it. Fuck it.
Right. And the funny thing is, I would even say this. Like, yeah, we have, and I'm sure that maybe on some level he has come up with an idea and maybe they were like a part of an episode they were filming. He was like, nah, this isn't working or whatever. And he changed it. Maybe. I don't know. In 2.5 weeks, probably not a lot of that. But we have put out episodes and I'm not going to say which ones or whatever that I was like, I wasn't that pleased with it. So I always like, okay, next week, you can't pull it back now, but like I work harder to make sure that the next episodes are better than that. Right. Like, but it doesn't ever seem like he has any level of trying to improve. It's just like, here is the minimum that you guys will accept. Cool. I'm going to shoot for the minimum.
Yeah. And that's my issue. Like, again, I respect everything he's done. I think it has a whole ass biggest studio in the country.
Right.
But like, you've been doing the same exact thing for 16 years.
Yeah. I don't get that.
I'm just kind of like, yo, come on. You haven't gotten any better.
Right. Yeah. And it's, and I think the mark of an artist is to try to do things that you also try to pull your audience, right? You try to get them, you try to expand as an artist and you try to pull them with you. You're not going to get everybody to come with you all the time, but you don't just rest on your laurels and go, well, this is the thing that works, so I'm only going to do that. Like that feels, I don't want to say lazy, but it's lazy. Right, like that feels like maybe a little too harsh of a term, but I think it's actually probably accurate. So, I mean, look,
open up the studio. Like, that's what the story was about.
Basically.
June? Too early?
Yeah.
Like,
I
would,
think
so. Like, if he can get the testing.
Yeah, I think you have to do the testing. I mean, he's basically talking about quarantining, like you stay on the campus. You don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And
you stay for the 2 weeks, which is essentially the incubation period for the fucking virus anyway.
Right. He's like,
so 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Yeah. Right. You do this. We test you before you leave. If you fine, the fuck out.
Yeah.
I got my season in 2.5 weeks.
I mean, look, if it's 2.5 weeks, I guess that's not that bad. If it was a real show, and it was 8 months, then that would be a little too long. So I don't feel like the world is dying to get new seasons of whatever his shows are. I don't know the have and the have nots.
Doesn't Bruh come out next week or some shit like that?
I don't know any Tyler Perry show.
Wait, it's called what?
Bruh.
BRUH?
Yeah, right? That's what it's called, right?
I don't know. I don't know that.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's called Bruh.
Is that a new show?
Yeah, it's coming out next month.
No. I don't believe you.
May 7th.
It was filmed yesterday.
It comes out next month. He wrote it.
Is it a series or a movie?
It's a series. Yeah, it's a series.
What is it about?
Bros.
BET Plus.
Oh, it's a BET Plus show. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. I'm never going to see it. That's great.
Yeah, neither am I.
Yeah, movie and TV news this week. Here's some real news. Universal Pictures sets off a war with movie theater chains. So this is really interesting. So Universal Pictures was like, okay, look, shit's closed. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to release Trolls World Tour on paid video on demand for $19.99. This was supposed to
paying $20 for that.
Right. If you're going to go to the theater.
Cool. Whatever.
Right. To watch one time?
No, to own, not to rent.
Oh, all right.
Oh, it's to own?
Yeah, it's to own. To me, I would.
That's not bad, but still. Like,
I don't understand why you're focusing on owning.
Something.
Just sell it. Do a rental price.
Yeah,
if you said
movie ticket price,
$10. $10.
Do a matinee price, $10.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Look, I get the argument people have often made of like $19 isn't that expensive to own it because that's what it costs to go to the theater. But not
watch it.
Right. Like, okay, fine. Release it for $19.99 to own, but also release it for $10 to rent.
Yeah.
There you go. Like, because the vast majority of people
buy movies because they've seen them and they like them.
Right.
Like, I don't know if I'm going to like this shit. Like, what the fuck am I going to buy it to own it? And I'm be like, yo, why the fuck did I buy this?
I've bought digitally one movie.
I've never bought a movie digitally.
See?
I have a big digital library, but it's
That
only
you bought?
but it's only like stuff that I absolutely
right, that you've seen and that you know you like.
Yeah, like I have the entire Marvel movie, all the Marvel movies on digital. But
that seemed
it's a lot.
That seemed like a waste. Oops.
Yeah, this is way before Disney Plus.
See, this is why I don't buy them, yo, because they set you up. That's how they get you. The second you hit buy, they're like, by the way, new released on Disney Plus, all of the shit. You're like, oh man.
Dude, I was so pissed because I was so pissed. I'll tell you why. This is something different. I was so pissed because I got an email one day from Verizon saying, congratulations, you are now the proud owner of Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. $19.99 will be added to your bill. And I'm like, what? And I asked my wife, I said, did you buy Star Wars? She was like, no. Like I had never seen terror in her eyes.
You're that pissed?
Because I was fucking mad. And it turns out, like, she gives our son the remote to play with for some
damn. In front of the TV?
reason. and sometimes when you change channels or when you go to like a menu in Files, I don't know if this does it for you. When you go into a menu in Files, a pop-up literally pops up.
Oh no.
I've seen it, yeah.
And it says, do you want to buy this? And then you have to move the thing over to no. Well, his ass didn't move it over. He's just pressing buttons.
Because he's won.
And he bought the fucking movie.
You should ask for a refund.
Yeah, like I didn't buy this. My son accidentally.
Yeah, I would ask for a refund. Fuck that.
Well,
I got a refund from a PlayStation game I accidentally bought.
Really?
Can you believe that shit?
Yeah.
It was the same day. It was within the hour.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I bought the wrong fucking game. And I called them up, and they were like, "Oh, it took 2 days, but I got it."
Yeah, I'm not owning Rise of Skywalker. You're wilding. Yeah, that's all. That is a waste of money.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
She clearly didn't grow up with a brother and sister. If you're going to give them the remote, just take the batteries out. They don't know.
No,
I'm playing too.
How about just don't fucking watch TV with the fucking boy in the room?
Yeah. No, my kid doesn't watch television.
Move on.
Why are you so mad? Hey, you seem like you've been cooped up a little too long there, buddy. Week 7.
Yeah, I'm ready to get back to work.
It's been 2 months. Oh, God damn.
I'm not even ready to get back to work. I'm ready for her to go back to work. I can do my work from home. That's more than I have more than enough technology here for me to do my work at home.
That's fucking funny. Like, keep checking every day. Did they open it up? No? Damn.
You essential yet?
Get your ass back in there. You be all right?
Like, given where you work, I would think they would need you. In the
Actually, yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I can work from home. Damn it. You sure? You gonna be all right? So, yeah. So Universal releases Trolls World Tour on paid video on demand, right? Then they announced, which, like, releasing on paid on demand, video on demand, that's not that big of a deal. They were supposed to release it in theaters, but because all the theaters obviously closed, they couldn't. So then they decided to make a statement that they were going to be releasing more first run movies on paid video on demand in the future, because they made, where is it? So they sold it for basically $20. And with the paid video on demand, they get an 80-20 split on the revenue, right? They get 80% versus, whoever hosts it gets 20%. Compare that to theaters where they get a 50-50 split. So they made a little over $100 million. So they got $77 million versus they would have only gotten $50 million if they had done it through a regular theater. They made more on Trolls World Tour in like 3 days than the first Trolls movie made in 5 months. And so when they did that, they were like, oh shit, son, we lit. And AMC was like, oh, you lit? Yeah, we not showing none of y'all movies, even when the theaters open up. We ain't showing no Universal movies.
Like, oh, word? You ain't gonna be a theater, nigga. Fuck you.
They have 1,000 theaters, and they're just like, nah, we're not gonna show anything. Really, you're not gonna show Fast 9?
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you play that game if you want to.
Let's play that game.
Just like we were a little belligerent because we were cooped up for months. We sorry.
The way our checking accounts were set up, we're gonna need your help.
I gotta check into the savings. The way my savings is set up.
I will say this. I'm not the hugest Kevin Hart fan, but that joke is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's fucking funny.
It is funny. But yeah, they made a lot of money on that. Regal also came out and said that they're also not going to be showing Universal movies. They were like, nah, fuck y'all. And then people were like, oh, word? And they were like, what had happened was, like, we ain't mean that. We cool with them doing that.
I am simply
right. It's one of the best scenes of all time.
Oh, man.
What do they call INS? Back a fucking truck up in there? I'm simply saying.
Charles Dutton's such a good actor.
He is. Yeah, but it's so Regal backed off on that. They were like, nah, you right. You're right.
I only know one Regal theater.
Yeah, I know of one.
Yeah,
don't nobody go there.
Where is it? What is it?
Hunt Valley?
Hunt Valley.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
Okay, so it's the same one. So we don't even know two between the three of us.
There's Regals are the further south you go. Regals.
Oh, they big? Is AMC? AMC isn't the biggest, right? What's the one that's getting ready to fail?
AMC.
Is that AMC?
Yeah.
Okay. You talking a lot of cash
AMC
shit.
The main one that I even fucking know.
Yeah, you talking a lot of cash shit for somebody who might not even make it out of this quarantine shit.
Right.
Like,
They were saying, like, yeah, we ain't got no, like, look, there's a lot of companies that ain't going to be able to open back up after this shit.
yeah, a lot of
Fucking
small
sucks,
businesses. Yeah,
but-
it does. It'll be wild if AMC has to go into bankruptcy. Like, that would be
one
crazy.
a minute away from me.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, yours is really close. So, I mean, I guess my question to you guys is, is AMC going to chicken out? I think they will.
Yeah.
I think they're losing too much
Fast
money.
9 is coming out, what, next year?
Yeah.
They push it to 2021?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be water under the bridge by that time.
Yeah.
They want that fucking money. That's $1 billion fucking franchise.
Right. You want 500 million of that if you can get it. Or not 500, but you know what I mean. So my whole thing, though, is I do think the pandemic is actually going to end up flipping the movie industry in a lot of ways. Like, yeah, probably Trolls World 2 should be, or World Tour probably should be paid video on demand. Movies that you're not quite sure, like maybe it'll make its money back, maybe it won't. Yeah. Like, to me, if I'm Disney, I release New Mutants on paid video on demand. I don't put that in theaters.
You might as well.
Do it now. Fuck it. Make it like it's a big deal. Oh, look, it's only $10 because who gives a fuck, right? Just release it. That way you get out of the whole, did you release it on Hulu or whatever you did? Just do paid video on demand. That's fine. Or shit, just drop that shit on Disney Plus for nothing.
There's a bunch of movies that don't need to be in a theater. Very good movies, but like, I don't, like, suppose like something like Marriage Story. It came on Netflix, but like if it was in the theater, I don't need to see that in the theater.
Yeah, that's correct.
And that's a very good movie, but like that's better watched at home.
Yeah,
it is.
Like
dramas and shit like that. I don't need to go to the movie theater to see that. Like action movies, like where you want to see the big action sequences on the big screen, like Fast 9. I'll go to the movie theater to see that, or John Wick. I'll go to the movies to see that because they look cool on the movie on the big screen. But like other like little simple shit, I don't really want to go to the movie theater to see those movies.
Dialogue between two people is not necessary on a 30-foot screen.
Yeah,
it's just not. I mean, that's all fine and good if you believe so. And look, I enjoy going to see those movies too, but they don't need to be there. They're just.
And it depends on the crowd.
Yeah, which also makes movies suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. They'll change their tune. They're not gonna stick by this shit.
I can't imagine a company failing. You don't get to be that picky when your company's on
Vegas
fire.
Can't be choosers.
Yeah.
Like, you literally about to go bankrupt.
Oh, we're not going to take your $400 million. Oh, really? Really? Okay, if you say so. Speaking of beggars can't be choosers, this is, I find, to be hilarious. Next year's Oscars will allow streaming-only movies to qualify, but with heavy restrictions.
Yeah, I saw the restrictions.
They're not that heavy of restrictions.
Going back to the previous story, the official Regal Twitter account sent out a tweet at 1:58 p.m. today.
Yeah, our bad.
It says Regal is not boycotting Universal or any other studio. We will continue our normal policy and play movies that respect the theatrical window, allowing movies to be released first in theaters prior to them streaming or VOD platforms.
Yeah. They
like
knew.
release it in theaters first, then wait a week. Okay, it's VOD.
Yeah, all right, fine.
So they have a 90-day rule now that it has to be in theaters
for 3 months.
For 3 months, not in theaters, but they have an exclusivity basically for 3 months. You know, depending on how long it stays in the theater. I feel like you could drop that to 60 days. I think 90 days is too long.
Like after 90 days, 3 months, like most movies are out of the fucking theater in like 3 weeks.
Yeah. A month, you know, like if it's a real big movie, then you might be able to stretch it like, you know.
90 days? Fuck.
Yeah, but
most
2
movies
months.
Don't.
Like 2 months. Yeah. I probably wouldn't go to the movie.
Right. If it's been 2 months and the movie's been out, I'm not going to the movie. I'm just going to wait.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like if you're dropping movies on streaming services and paid video on demand and what have you, or rental, I think 60 days is enough of an exclusivity for theaters. I think that's enough.
No, I don't think that's fair to the theater chains at all.
How long do you think they should get?
No, 90 is fine. 90 days is fine. No one would go to the movies if a movie that you are thinking about going to see, and you could just wait 2 months.
Yo, people wait to watch a movie or watch a series streaming for 8 weeks, which is weird. They do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could wait.
I don't know. Like, for me, there is very few times that I will go see a movie in theaters that I don't see like the first like weekend or second, maybe third weekend it's been out.
After 2 weeks, I'm not going to see it.
That's my attitude, right? Like, so
I'll just wait. Yeah.
But
it wasn't that important to me.
But at the same time, like, there are people who I don't know. I feel like everyone would wait if it was only 2 months. Like, you wouldn't. I don't know. You wouldn't get people to go to the theaters at all.
Yeah, I think so.
2 months is a while. 2 months is a long time. Again, we've been in quarantine for 2 months.
Right.
Almost 2 months. It'll be 2 months like next week.
Yeah. I don't know, Micah.
While, yeah.
I don't know, Micah. You feel like 2 months has been a long time? It's not a big deal. You just wait it out. It's fine.
It's a week.
Yeah, but she's not a movie.
You're gonna get fucked up.
She don't listen. She's the best kind of wife. She is 100% supportive, but does not care about what I do.
Nah, she gonna hear you through the door. You're gonna walk out, she's gonna fucking stab you. No. Throw a hot pot of grits on your ass. Are you talking all that shit? So the Academy for Motion Picture Arts and Science will allow some movies to be released on streaming platforms via digital release to qualify for the 2021 Oscars because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Basically, the rule is previously that a movie had to be in theaters a minimum of 4 days to qualify to be considered for an Oscar. If it's 4 days, then it could be 0. 4 days is irrelevant. Like, that's stupid to me.
The weekend.
Yeah. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday if you ain't got shit going on Monday night.
Thursday.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you start Thursday. Yeah, you're right.
They count Thursday at 10
Thursday
o'clock.
nights.
Yeah, Thursday at 10 o'clock. Come on, man. So now they're saying as long as the movie for 2021's Oscars, as long as the movie was planned to be in the theater, but can't be because of COVID-19, then they will allow it in. To that, I would say, why don't you just stop all this bullshit and just let movies in, whether they're streaming or not? Hasn't the argument always been that, like, one is a more valid art form? Why is it suddenly a valid art form now than it wasn't, last year? It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it's the same movies.
It's the same
Wait,
fucking
was
movie.
Marriage Story in the theater?
Yes.
Yeah,
It
probably.
was?
Yeah, probably.
It had like a 2-week run.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Wow, a 2-week run in like 4 theaters. Who cares then?
Right. But that's why it was out. That's why it was. And Netflix did that because.
Yeah, that's what they do. They did that for the other movie that won or almost won. What was the movie?
The Irishman. The Irishman.
No, The Irishman, but no, like 2 years before.
Roma.
Yeah, they put that in the movie for like a week.
Yeah, which is just silly.
Nominated because they knew it was really fucking good.
Yeah,
like that's what Netflix does because they have the money to do it. But I guess all of those streaming services would have the money to do it, right?
I suppose, but it feels
theaters doesn't need to be in.
It's not 4,000, right? It's not like a mainstream amount of theaters. Like, I would just be like, it's in 2 theaters
in New York.
Yeah,
that's what
one in LA, one in New York. Is running for 4 days. Catch it or don't. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you can see it on Netflix,
and it'll be on Netflix, right? Like, to me, it's very, very silly. But I feel like they shouldn't be able to go back on this. They're like, oh, this is just temporary. But why though? Why? The cat is already out of the bag. Just let it go.
And it just proves that those movies are just good enough. If you're going to do it temporarily, you know the movies are good enough to be nominated.
Right. You're just being a dick.
Cut the bullshit.
Right.
Yeah. What kind of stupid ass medium is like, oh, well, like that's like saying a movie not filmed on celluloid can't be allowed to be like it's technology is changing, guys.
Yeah, that's how it goes. I mean, never forget that Tron was disqualified from being nominated for an Oscar when it came out in the 80s because it used digital effects. Like, can you imagine, like, in 2020 being like, no, this movie has CGI in it. It can't be an Oscar award winner. It's the stupidest thing. Or not even an Oscar nominee. But, like, those are the kind of things. Like, you're just spitting against the wind, basically.
Like, you're just being old just to be old.
Yeah. And eventually you will die, and then...
Like, come on.
Yeah, eventually you'll die, and young people like Michael Shannon will come over and take over and put you in the right direction. Such a young man.
Oh my God.
He's 45. That's insane. All right, Micah, question of the week.
What do you want us to talk about? Let's see. Arrange this to show all comments. Who the hell is Fam Gullet?
That's Cam's brother.
Well, sorry to put your government name out there, Fam, but sup with movie theaters. Sup with movie theaters. Finna make Universal make a Billy on the Fast franchise. Nah, fam, they bout to catch a fade, yo. All right, that's nothing. That's nothing because Malcolm is the only person who uses the term catch a fade.
That was my guess. My guess was this Malcolm as well.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, we just talked about them.
Yeah. Gregory says COVID-19 conspiracies and the bullshit that comes with it. Wrong podcast. I hate people calling it a conspiracy. Fuck people. I mean,
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Obviously, the 5G towers are giving bats 5G, and they're spraying 5G on all of us, and that's why we're all getting it. Yeah, solid. People don't understand science, guys.
Yeah. Speaking of not understanding things, Kevin says Baltimore accents or New York accents. This is an interesting question because or comparison because I hate them both and I have one.
And Terrence slightly has another.
I slightly have both.
Yeah, you can do a little bit. You can do a ridiculous Baltimore.
Yeah, you can. It's very good.
I'd rather not.
Terrence is a Baltimore accent / New York accent blade. He's got all of their powers and none of their weaknesses.
I'm more fond of the New York accent, me being originally from New York, and I
see there
hate
it is
the Baltimore accent because it's hot dog, not Doug.
Doug, yo.
It's
no,
hot
it's
dog.
not.
It's a hot
That
Doug.
shit drives me fucking crazy.
Is that your Doug? Is that
been
your
here
Doug?
20 plus years, almost 30. Hot Doug, yeah.
Yeah, HAWTDUG. Hot Doug. Hot Doug.
Oh my God!
I'm not a fan of any.
I don't understand the black or the white accent. I don't get neither one of them motherfuckers.
How about this? Is Baltimore the only city that has a completely different accent for black people and white people?
Black.
Yeah.
No, Philadelphia. White people from Philadelphia and black people from Philadelphia.
Nah, black and white accent, New York accents are different. Well, not that the accents aren't different.
Some parts in New York.
The slang is vastly different.
Yes. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like niggas talk way different than the Italians. It's fucking wild. Like they got their own fucking vocabulary. Yeah. What was the question? Philadelphia. What happened?
Philadelphia. White people from Philadelphia and black people from Philadelphia have very different accents.
Yeah, I don't think I know I can't think of what the Philly
white
accent
people
really
from
is.
Philadelphia sound like white people from Baltimore, from South Baltimore.
Okay, that's sad.
Yeah, we got to go to the Wawa.
I don't understand it. It's like a mix. It's almost like it's British in nature?
Yeah,
The
it
Baltimore
probably
accent?
is. It probably is.
It's fucking wild.
But you know what it is? It's probably like really working class British. It's probably like almost like a Cockney accent.
Cockney, yeah.
Yeah,
but it's just like deformed.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Boston accent.
Weird fucking.
The Boston accent is like that too. Like it's just a mess. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about up there. Marky Mark is your
If
representative.
I had to listen to one,
Baltimore. It's more comforting to
Like
me.
I can tolerate it on like a Baltimore club beat. Like
Walking down the avenue.
yeah, like if DJ Squirrel Wide, it's
Look, it's fine at that, but whatever.
But like the New York accent always like annoys me because people from New York think that they're hot shit, and like, the Baltimore chip that's on my shoulder that I'm every to try and knock off just fucking creeps up. It's like, nah, yo, you're not. No, nigga, no.
That's
You
the
ain't
problem.
hot shit.
Yeah, you're just angry.
Like the New York accent is incredibly aggressive.
Very.
Like everything is mad aggressive. The Baltimore accent, like I don't know what the fuck it is. To this day, I don't get it. I don't understand that shit.
It's very emotional. It's very emotional.
One day,
bitch, like
Yo, you was a fucking whore, yo. Like
whore.
you was a whole whore.
a whole whore.
Like what? Okay.
One day when we're allowed to leave our homes again, just offline, ask my wife her thoughts on the Baltimore accent when she first moved here. It's fucking hilarious. She was like, none of this makes any sense to me. Yeah, she has some curious words about it. It's quite funny.
Oh shit. What kind of music have y'all been listening to recently?
Political podcast. Does that count? Oh, and my daughter's Hasbro toys.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Last
shit.
thing I listened to musically. Oh man. What
The last thing I've listened to, here we go, step by step. Let's see how far we can get. That is the last thing that I've heard musically. Is a Fisher Price Walker.
My daughter has a Fisher Price like little boombox, and it's got like 3 different characters, and they all have like 2 or 3 different songs. Some of them are kind of bangers. Some of them are. I dance with her. She likes them. She claps.
I think it's Future Sex Love Sound. I hadn't
Justin
listened to that
Timberlake
in a
album?
while. Yeah.
That's a good album. Yeah, that's a good ass album. It is.
That album is 14 years old.
Wow.
Came out 2006.
Wow, that's crazy. Michael Shannon was 31 years old when that came out.
This is the last song I listened to.
You are so fucking old,
Jesus
dude.
Christ, nigga, what are you, 60?
Micah, how mad were you that Teddy Riley ain't have his shit together?
I was really upset.
Yeah.
Yo, that nigga's not that old, yo.
I was really upset.
That nigga's younger than my mom.
Yo, Teddy.
I think we need to discuss age in relation to older or younger than Michael Shannon.
That's fair.
And it's 10 years younger than my mother.
He's like horsepower. Like how many Michael Shannons?
Exactly.
All right, next question.
Teddy Riley is 1 1/4 of a Michael Shannon. Not even a quarter, like 1 1/4.
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Khalif says, have you taken your daily doses of Clorox and other disinfectants? Nope, because we can't find them.
No, I'm not an idiot. Sorry. Dude actually told people to like drink bleach, and people did it.
Did he?
Yeah, he did, because there is literally an image of that dummy looking at a sign that was talking about household disinfectants, and then he turned around and said that shit. Soap outside the body, good. Soap inside the body, maybe.
Yo, his train of thought
It's mad.
It was hilarious. I couldn't believe what I was saying. I was like,
Can you get some light?
cleaning inside the body, like disinfectant. I'm like, light? Like, that's the phrase, like, sunlight is the best disinfectant, right?
Yeah. He was like, nailed it.
Is that what he meant? He's never heard that phrase.
No.
But he's an idiot.
Yeah. I had a person argue with me that he's smart. I was like, that tells me you're dumb. Yeah, you're dumb. That's
Like,
what that tells me.
And again, like, he's not that bright, and he's also losing his mental faculties. So you put put those two things together, it's a perfect storm for just shenanigans.
Yeah, that's why he uses words like beautiful and like extreme adjectives, because he's using them to fill in because he doesn't know words.
Doesn't know the other words.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad, really.
Yeah, it's sad for us.
The worst part is that we have a bunch of people in this country that are morons that think this is cool. That's the worst part to me.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
But like the fact that there are people that are still like, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
The common clay of the New West. People of the land.
Will says, recommend a heavily slept on or unknown movie that you love and we should all check out. Mine would be The Spanish Prisoner.
Ooh. I don't know.
The things that I watch would be slept on by people.
I feel like I talk about all the movies that I recommend.
Yo, God damn it. One of my favorite movies, which I haven't watched in years and probably can't unless I want to be a problematic nigga, is Midnight in Paris. The Woody Allen movie.
Oh, yeah.
That movie is so fucking good.
Look, I like Woody Allen movies.
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope. You a pedophile.
I like.
Listen to these two R. Kelly ass niggas right now defending Woody Allen.
I like a couple of Woody Allen movies.
I bet you do. I've never seen a Woody Allen movie.
I don't believe you.
That's just that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, sure. But slept on movies.
I will give. I've said this before, but I think it is incredibly slept on by mainstream audiences. 2 Days in Paris. You kind of reminded me of that. That's a great movie with Julie Delpy and Adam Goldberg. Fantastic movie.
I have to think. I've seen a lot of movies.
I think it's.
And I like a lot of horror movies. So.
I really want to watch. What is it? Train to Busan. High Tension.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Even I enjoy that one. Fucked up.
What French horror, just in general.
Yeah.
And then try to go to sleep.
Nope.
Because they're fucked up.
No, they got some serious issues, man.
Hard Candy was another movie that I really liked.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one to watch with somebody who has that you tell them. You don't tell them what it's about.
Yeah, don't even let them see
the trailer
cover.
Yeah, no, you just sit and watch this movie, and you be like, wait, stop, fucking stop, please.
What was that movie that we saw with Bill?
L?
Yeah.
L. That's a good movie.
Yeah,
it's brutal. It's brutal. Mike, I remember we went to that. Mike and I went to the Maryland Film Festival. Remember we watched that Korean film? Just the worst movie I've ever seen. Oh, man.
The only thing I remember from that movie is we were sitting in front of two women. Two women were behind us, and there was a nude scene, right? And this woman had taken off the top, and she had fake tits, right? And the only thing I could remember is one of the women behind us just screaming as women do when they want to cut down another woman. Those are fake.
Yeah, we know.
Shit.
Yeah, they're great.
Okay.
They're great.
Who cares?
Yeah, there was a lot of if I recall in that movie, there's a lot of people getting their dicks cut off for some fucking odd reason.
Yeah, because Korea.
It was. Yeah. I was like, there was a number of points during the movie. I was like, we still gonna sit and watch this shit? Like, how long is this gonna go on? It was bizarre.
What was that Ninth Wonder movie?
The
Hip Hop Fellow.
That's good.
That was a really good movie.
That's a good documentary. Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff. You just gotta. I don't even know how you would find it.
Yeah, just look up more indie stuff. Like there's tons of things.
There's another movie I like, The Skin I Live In. The guy Antonio Banderas, he's playing a doctor.
Oh, I heard that was very good.
It is. It's very good. I saw that years ago. I don't know where you would find it now. It's like a foreign film. I think it's in Spanish.
That reminds me. You reminded me of another movie. Look, this movie I'm going to name is not for everybody. It really, really isn't. Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
It's a super weird movie. I really like it, and it's funny because my wife is like super into artsy indie films, and that was the first one I introduced her to. That she was like, "This is really fucking weird." Like she was like, "Okay,
what's wrong with you?"
Yeah, go upstairs, go to bed. I really enjoyed it, and I mostly enjoyed it because I was listening to a review that kind of broke it down afterwards, which was really quite good. But I liked it. It's not a movie for everybody. It really, really isn't. So yeah, there you go. I'll try to come up with some more. Next question, Micah.
Alexandra says, "Have you guys talked about your favorite comic book runs?"
I'll just go ahead and take a break.
I am a closeted Green Lantern fan. If you want a primer on Green Lantern,
was that passed down from your father?
Yes.
Yeah.
Once I found out that he like read comic books, and then he blew my mind when he recited the oath. I was like, let me check this out. Let me see what this is about. And
and you became your father on that day.
Yeah, they're space cops. And if you want a primer, read Emerald Twilight. It's not great, but it's basically the story of how Hal Jordan murdered all the Green Lanterns and became Parallax. Then read Green Lantern Rebirth, because like Emerald Twilight came out in the 90s, and then a bunch of other fucking shit happened, and then Jeff Johns started writing Green Lantern, and he was like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to start from Emerald Twilight, and I'm just going to keep going, right? So you can read Rebirth, and then read Blackest Night, and then Brightest Day, and that's your Green Lantern prime. Some Fantastic Four, anything Jonathan Hickman has written.
Yeah,
Fantastic Four. Mark Waid, some Mark Waid stuff in Fantastic Four. Unthinkable was when Dr. Doom killed the one woman he loved and made her skin into a suit. Because he wanted power.
Okay.
This is your hero. Okay. You need to go to jail.
Roger Stern wrote Triumph and Torment, a story about Dr. Doom and Doctor Strange going to hell to rescue Dr. Doom's mother, because Doom is a mama's boy at heart. And look, I think I don't know if it's just because it's good or because I started reading comic books. I started picking comic books up again in like the 2000s with the Ultimate line of comics.
Mm-hmm.
And the Ultimate line is not that great. But the thing that is the greatest thing to come from it is Ultimate Spider-Man. If you, by Brian Michael Bendis, the Peter Parker story runs 160 some odd issues, and it is from when Peter is bitten until the day he dies.
Yep.
And it's really, really good. Like if you don't feel something at the death of Peter Parker, you might be dead inside, man. And Ultimate. If you had to read one, read Ultimate Spider-Man, and that'll That's really good, man.
I've been wanting to sit down and actually read through that.
Yeah, it's really good, man. It really is. Seeing fucking Peter dies in his aunt's arms and shit, man, and it's really good. Man. It's really good.
So I'm trying to think of some of my favorite runs. It was funny. I was just on a podcast recently, and somebody had asked this same question. So I will give the same answer I gave, which is Ed Brubaker's Captain America run. It's super good. Period. That encompasses. I mean, it's a number of years long, but that encompasses the Winter Soldier story. Brubaker made Captain America from what I would argue was not a particularly interesting character to me. Right. That doesn't mean I'm saying he was a bad character or anything like that. But to me, I just didn't care. I was like, oh, Captain America showed up. It was like, he always felt like, ha ha, it's me. And I'm like, I don't
like
care. Right. Yeah. Like a giant cornball. Right. And Brubaker grounded him and made him far more interesting, than I could have imagined. And I read that entire run. I've read it probably 2 or 3 times. It's super good. And I was really bummed when he left, because then they immediately, because it was him and Steve Epting who did the artwork for a lot of it. I think maybe even the whole run. And when they left, immediately the next story, I forget who it was written by, but the art was by John Romita Jr. And I was like, and I'm done. I was like, fuck this. They're like, oh, Captain America went to Planet Zero, whatever. I was like, goodbye, done. Because the Brubaker run was all super grounded, like military action. I mean, like Winter Soldier, the movie is so good because that story, the core story, is so fucking good, right? Like it was such a good thing to jump off on. Yeah, it's probably it's my all time favorite run. I tend to read more like limited series than I do like long continuous runs. But I will say Mike is right. Like anything Jonathan Hickman has written in the last couple of years has been all fucking excellent. Especially his X-Men stuff. I really like Why the Last Man. Saga's very good. I'm not caught up. The Walking Dead used to be good. I just stopped caring. I was like, all right, you just go from one spot to another, just getting murdered. I get it. So I haven't had a chance to really dig into any comics in a fucking long time, but yeah, those are some of the ones that I'm a huge fan of. But Saga I need to catch up on because that was really great. Yeah, it was fucking excellent. So yeah, so there you go.
Carl says cake or pie and why? We always grew up cake people. My wife she looks at me like I have an extra head growing out of my neck when I say that I prefer cake. I don't really like pie.
Yeah, you're a terrorist. Go ahead, Terrence. You don't love America. I get it. It's fine.
No.
I'm not too fond of it either, but I am an apple pie guy.
See,
I'm American apple pie. See? But American. I can only eat it with ice cream. Same thing for cake. Like I can't eat it by itself. Like I have to have ice cream with either cake or pie. It's very weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I like cake with ice cream, so like that's not an argument.
Yeah, if I don't have ice cream, I will not eat cake at all. I can eat pie without ice cream, but like
that's weird to me, man.
Yeah, it's strange. But I hate ice cream cake.
That's very weird.
Fucking bizarre.
I love the like little ground coffee or whatever they have in the ice cream cake, whatever the fuck that is.
Ice cream cake is disgusting.
It's so good.
Like it is. But again, I can't eat ice cream without cake.
You're a man.
I can't eat cake without ice cream.
Yeah, that's
strange.
I
don't get it.
That's a terrorist answer if I've ever heard one.
Pie or ice cream.
I don't get having fruit for dessert. I don't get it. Apple pie, first of all, the only thing I know about apple pie is the shit that comes from McDonald's, the little hot pockets that
nigga knock it.
They
had
they don't
homemade
really-
apple pie.
No, I have not had homemade apple pie. I don't like.
Wait,
hot
are you
apples.
serious? You've never had a homemade apple pie before?
No, I don't like the
What
idea.
did you do growing up?
I ate cake.
He sat in a corner watching paint dry. Get out of here.
Like the idea of hot apples doesn't.
that's your hang up. Yeah.
Well, that and fruit for dessert, like that doesn't.
Fruit for dessert.
Nah, yo. It's like having a watermelon pie. Like what the fuck? Like,
No.
No, just stop it.
Now I have had. Like,
Don't raise your son to be like you. All right, do better. Do better.
I have had sweet potato pie.
Yeah.
I prefer it from Henry's Soul Food Cafe.
I don't like sweet potato pie.
Yeah,
And
again.
and I've had key lime pie because that's my wife's favorite pie. It's key lime pie.
Floridian bullshit. Go ahead.
But like cherry pie and apple
don't like cherry
pie.
I don't like cherry pie either.
Exactly.
Peach
Like,
cobbler?
pie is gross.
Delicious.
I like peach. Yeah, I like peach cobbler. I
Pie,
fuck with that.
delicious.
Yeah.
You start throwing other fruits in there. I don't fuck with that.
I like a blueberry pie. I'm not mad.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Pecan pie. Come on now.
No.
What? All right, y'all not even black. Yo, get out of here. The correct answer is pie.
Yes.
I like cake. I like cake very much. I will eat it with or without ice cream, because I'm a pig. But pie is the correct answer because pie can be sweet or savory. Because I also like meat pies, which are delicious.
Fuck is a meat pie?
It's like a British thing.
Like a pot pie?
I mean that's a type of pie. Yes.
Throw a bunch of garbage into something and then just bake it? Nah.
That's what
Pretty
a pie
much.
is. That's what a pie is. But no, I fuck with like meat pies are delicious. Are you kidding me?
Well, I just lost a bet thanks to you guys.
What? What was the bet?
My wife was like, because I showed my wife because we have this argument all the time of,
All the time.
of cake and pie.
Wow, nigga, y'all really do need to get back to work. What the fuck?
And she was like, what did she say? She said that Terrence probably eats cake and Jay probably eats pie.
There you go.
So
She's correct.
Why would you think I eat cake?
You look like a cake ass nigga. That's why.
I feel like that's an insult. Like a real insult that somebody would say.
You look sweet, nigga. That's why you like
Yeah,
cake.
like you soft.
Like yo.
No, I'm not a huge cake guy. I'm not at all, actually.
That's funny.
Again, I have to have ice cream with it, or else I just want.
I will eat either. Like I'm never gonna go to a party and people are like, "Here's cake," and I'm like, "Whoa, I can't accept this." Like, no.
No, I'm be like, "Where's the ice cream?"
whereas I will turn down pie.
You're a fucking.
It depends on the pie. Again, if you give me some sweet potato pie, I might throw that shit in garbage. I'd be
Again,
like, "Hey, what's wrong with you? Like, I don't like sweet potatoes. Man.
do you like pumpkin pie?
Fuck no. Absolutely not. I had that shit one time, and I'm like, yo, this is disgusting.
I don't mind. I didn't have pumpkin pie until I was like 23 or something like that, and I was like, oh, okay,
That's why.
yeah. I know. I don't even dislike it. I just didn't find it as good as sweet potato pie. I just didn't.
Yeah, it's like it's the pear of sweet potato pie. You know what I mean? Like
It's-
a pear is not quite an apple. It's a pear.
Yo,
Nah.
pears are not good.
Nah, yo, I had some apple the other day. Yo, apples are mad overrated. Like, get out of here.
Again, are you eating the wrong apples? You need to get a Granny Smith apple. Yeah, they
No.
might break your teeth.
No, the whatever one I had was a trash apple. I don't know what it was. A Fuji. These bullshit ass apples. Get out of here.
Probably had a tart apple.
Probably was actually
Them whores.
the whores of apples. Any other ones before we move on?
Nah.
Okay.
Cake. I'm a cake guy. Cam says, here's another cake guy. Cam says, what do you guys think the TV landscape looks like in the fall with basically no pilot season? Do you think we see more things like the Parks and Rec Quarantine Reunion special airing tonight on NBC?
Maybe. I don't watch live television, so I don't really give a fuck. A better question is, Jay, what will you be watching on Netflix? Sorry, I have no idea. Yeah, I never watched live TV, so I have no idea.
Trey says, have you guys watched Glitch Techs on Netflix? Also, has any of you ever came up with your own movie or TV show and just never got the actual script writing, got to the script writing phase or whatever?
No.
All the time.
For both.
I'm an idea guy, but like when it comes to putting pen to paper, nah, because I'm not a writer.
I want to. I've had plenty of ideas, but
you have to now because your dumbass said that you would.
I know.
Yeah, that is true.
I have till 2022. I got time.
Do you? It's already June.
It only take me 2.5 weeks to film 22 episodes.
Hey, you don't have Tyler Perry's work ethic.
You know what? You're right. I don't. You're 100% correct.
You're not going to be able to bang out a script in 3 days.
No, I bang out 22. No, 22 scripts. 22. That dude drinks.
A lot of writing.
He drinks a bottle of vodka, sits in one room, and bangs them out in like 14 hours.
I bet you he don't even write it. He uses some sort of dictation.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
She go over there. He stand over there. She says, "Earn me." He walks away. Boom. Print it. Yeah.
He says, "I hate you and I hate Jesus."
I'm dark skinned, so I hate Jesus.
Gustavo says, "What comic book or TV show did you get upset when they canceled it?" My show was Wolverine and the X-Men. It only lasted one season.
What was that show? Fox show. Almost Human or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm still bitter about that.
That was fucked up because it was good. And Fox decided they don't like happiness.
Not only do they not like happiness, they didn't even air the episodes in the right order.
Yeah, they were.
What a waste.
They did not give a fuck about that show.
I think it was too expensive. So they were trying to figure out a way to tank it, which is fucked up. Yeah, that was a bummer. I was bummed about not being any more Daredevil, because Daredevil season 3 was really fucking good.
Yeah.
You know what show? I think you've seen it, Jay. And this is just way out of left field, but do you remember a show called Better Off Ted?
Yeah, it's so funny. I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like.
Yeah, I really like that show. It's good with Portia de Rossi. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I really like that show, and it was really good, but apparently nobody fucking watched it.
I feel like I know I did watch it on like Netflix. I wonder if it's still on there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I doubt.
Yeah, I have Netflix up. Yeah, Better Off Ted was good. Yeah, people should watch that show.
But that is it.
Okay. All right, let's get into What the Fuck, brought to you by JTD. Micah, take it away.
A flesh-eating bug kills woman in sex game injury tragedy.
India.
China. No, Japan.
You're both wrong.
Damn it.
A 24-year-old woman from England was killed by the rare flesh-eating disease necrotizing. A flesh-eating disease after she injured her wrist during a sex game. In Birmingham, England, a care assistant was killed by a rare flesh-eating disease that developed after she was injured during a sex game. Mother of one. Oh, you didn't have to tell me that she's a mom. Katie Widow's son, which is an unfortunate last name, 24, hurt her left wrist when she was tied up by her boyfriend, Dean Smith, during some New Year's Eve bedroom frolics. You see, the two of them had just watched the movie Gerald's Game. Decided, hey, let's do that. The next day, Katie went to the Good Hope Hospital in Sutton, Coalfield, to get checked out. Doctors told her she had sprained her wrist and sent her home with painkillers, but Katie was in fact suffering from a deadly bacterial infection. Katie later sent her boyfriend a photo of the wrist saying that she couldn't move it and it was in a ton of pain. The next day, she developed burn marks on her arm. An ambulance was called, but it was too late. Katie had a heart attack on the way to the hospital and never recovered.
She died?
Yeah, she died.
God damn.
God damn, JTD. What the fuck?
Well, it's way funnier when these people live with these horrible experiences.
Yeah,
Like,
can't-
what? Where
can't
did
make any jokes about
where the
this.
fuck did he get the rope from?
Yeah, what?
See, that's why I ain't never getting tired of it for nothing. I'm not in that BDSM shit.
Yeah,
First of
no,
all, it's too much like slavery. Fuck you. Second of all, no, I don't trust you. Like, nah, I can't go nowhere. No, I'm good.
It's
outta
too
here.
much like slavery. Like, that's
Need it.
like, don't hit me. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, don't hit me. Because if you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. Like, I don't like that. Like, don't do that. We don't need that. We don't need that kind of relationship.
Nah, man. No, I don't like none of that shit.
Let me tie you up.
Nope.
The way Black history is set up, I can't allow this. You want to get on a boat? Not really. No, I don't.
Mm-mm.
I don't trust it. That's funny. Terrence, your story.
A man was sent to the ER for a do-it-yourself hemorrhoid removal.
Kansas.
A small town in Nevada. Go ahead.
50.
I was waiting to see how long that was going to catch.
A 54-year-old man, identified by his last name, was admitted into an emergency room with a knife jutting from his asshole. It says from his poop chute, but
Yeah, don't say poop.
No, that's England.
this guy explained. No, it says China. Mr. Yan explained to doctors that he'd suffered from a hemorrhoid for 20 years, and out of oh my God! Out of sheer frustration, had attempted a do-it-yourself hemorrhoid removal. Using a mirror, Mr. Yan had jammed a knife up his ass in an attempt to cut out the hemorrhoid. Yo, China is not a first world country.
No, it is not.
But the pain stopped him dead in his tracks.
I bet it did.
Mr. Yan then discovered to his horror that he was unable to remove the knife and called a how the fuck.
How did you get it in one shot? It was like, like you got to ease it in.
I don't even want to know.
I hope it was a Rambo knife.
A fucking Bowie
A
knife.
Bowie knife, absolutely.
Mr. Yan then discovered that he couldn't get out. Doctors at the emergency room x-rayed Mr. Yan to make sure that the knife had not perforated his colon or lower intestines before removing it. The removal took a while because the knife Mr. Yan had chosen to use had a hook tip.
You trying to grab your fucking heart? Like, what are you doing?
What the fuck?
It's just fishing for the hemorrhoid.
This one's got a hook. This will work better. That is a terrible choice.
Then realized that Mr. Yan didn't even have hemorrhoids, and according to his medical charts, Mr. Yan had never suffered from hemorrhoids.
Yo, he was just doing some free.
They requested that
That's all
Mr. Yan
I
undergo
want.
a psychiatric evaluation.
No, he just wanted to stick some shit up his butt. That's it, yo. That's it.
Yeah,
If you
okay.
wanna stick shit up your butt, that's fine. But like, please don't stick sharp objects.
Yeah, don't do a knife.
Don't
That
feel
seems like a
knife up
bad
my
idea.
leg. Like, why did you?
Like, I know you want to try like new shit and all that, but like,
Relax.
nah, yo.
Relax.
Nah, don't stick a knife up your butt.
So that reminds me, Ricky Gervais has a really funny joke about that. He was saying like a buddy of his is a doctor, and he was telling him how he came across this case where a guy came in and he had a ketchup bottle stuck up his ass. And he was like, how did this happen? And the guy said, well, I had brought in groceries and I set the bag of groceries down and I forgot the bag of groceries. And later on I had to go up a ladder to fix something on the roof. And while I was on the ladder, my belt came off and my pants and my underwear fell down and I fell and onto the bottle of ketchup. And it went up my ass. And he was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's really sad. And he goes, and his friend's writing the report, and he just adds to the report, all of this story would be very believable if ketchup bottles came pre-wrapped with a condom on it. And he was like, but why did he put a condom on it? He was like, is he planning on reusing it? He was like, ketchup bottles aren't that expensive. Like, you have one for your ass and then one for chips. Like, what are you doing? Don't use the same one.
Fucking gross.
Did you watch the video
Of what?
on your story?
I didn't know there was a video.
There's a video on your story, apparently. It shows a picture of the knife.
Oh, shit.
Nigga, it is one of the blades of chaos.
It's a blade of chaos.
I didn't even look at this fucking picture. I didn't even look at it. Wow. It literally is a blade of chaos.
Oh.
How, yo?
Wait. It's actually a replica of the blade of chaos. Or like
what it looks like?
Like pretty close.
Nigga. Yeah, he definitely needs a psych evaluation. For him to look at that, be like, yo, shove that shit up. Yeah, yo, that's insane.
Yeah, you need help. You need real help. All right, my story is thoroughly fucked up.
Damn.
Board
What the fuck?
And it's got blood like a decent way up that blade, by the way. Unacceptable.
He didn't perforate his colon with a blade of chaos.
God damn.
You think he yelled "boy" before he started?
He probably did.
Yeah, just wondering.
God damn. Man.
My story: bored college students prank roommate by feeding her foot shavings as grated cheese.
White people.
Yeah, I would murder you.
I've seen the story. I would punch you in your face.
Yeah, I would hurt you, and I would hurt you bad. Like real bad. Ha 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 ha. No,
like,
this isn't fun.
I'm gonna hurt you real bad.
Yeah. It's over for you. Like I'm gonna smash your head into a fucking
what college this was, but it was here in the States, but I don't remember where.
It was Iowa. Northwest Iowa Community College. 3 female college students were recently arrested for pranking their roommate.
Pranks, yo. That's not funny.
It's not a prank. It's not a prank.
Foot shaving. I'm gonna punch you in the mouth.
Yeah, a whoopee cushion is a prank. Like, boo, that's a prank. You put foot shavings into my food, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up, yo. Yo,
that's
nah, yo, she's lucky there wasn't a balcony on that apartment. I'd tossed your ass right off of there, yo. No.
Tossed your ass off like an Indian gangster.
Nah, yo, I would. I don't even know. I would lose my mind, yo. I would lose my mind. I'd take a baseball bat to everybody's kneecaps in that apartment, yo. Everybody got to get hurt. Everybody. No. It's unclear how the 3 girls, they trying to put their first names out there, came up with the idea of putting their gross foot shavings. Wow, it literally wrote gross foot shavings in their roommate's bag of grated cheese and then watching her unknowingly eat it. Yeah, don't fuck with my food. But that's reportedly what they did. The terrible prank took place at 6 p.m. March 13th, but the 3 alleged perpetrators were only picked up by authorities last week.
How did they find out?
I don't know.
That's the one thing in the story. I read it, but I'm like, how the fuck did they find out like a month later?
My guess is they told someone else, and then someone else told
and that
her.
person was like, yo, these bitches are nasty.
Yeah. I'd be like, that's cool. Like, you know what? I take all the stuff I said back about what I'd do. Let me tell you exactly what I would do. I would find that out, and I wouldn't say shit. And I'd wait for all of them to be out of that apartment, and I'd take a baseball bat to every bit of their shit. I'd break TVs, laptops, beds. I wouldn't give a fuck. And I'd be waiting there when they got home holding that baseball bat. And I'd be like, you bitches put fucking foot cheese in my food. I'm going to fuck y'all up too. Now go report this shit. I dare you. I dare you.
Oh.
I would, yo. I would lose my mental faculties. I'm telling you, yo, I don't like feet, yo. I would lose my mind. I lose my mind, yo. I lose my mind. No, you got to get fucked up over that. No, yo. Nah. It's the window.
Getting beat up.
Nah, yo, it's the window or the stairs, yo. Like, at that point. No, man.
You're not supposed to hit a woman. I'm going to slap the shit out you, yo. Okay.
No, you do shit like that.
Slap the shit out you. You do some shit like that to me. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's some dirtbag shit, yo. No.
That's fucked up.
No, I'm like legitimately pissed for this person. Like, call me. We gonna go, let's go fuck these people up together. Like, no, you know, no, like, don't fuck with my food and don't put your cruddy, dirty ass feet near anything I eat. Ew.
Don't you drink wine?
They don't make it by stomping on it, you fucking troglodyte. Get out of here.
They used to, right?
Yes, I'm supposed they
That's
used
not
to.
what Lucille Ball told me.
Yeah. Yeah, she also eats fruit for dessert, Micah. Is this really a person you could trust?
Nope, never mind. Say no more.
Say no more. Nah, yo, I would lose my mind. No. Mm-mm. No, you couldn't do that. Nah, you gotta die.
That's so fucking disgusting, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, that deserves to be on Oddity Central. I'm surprised and only because it happened in the United States, it's not on weirdasiannews.com. All right. Any parting words before we get out of here?
Nah. Don't mess with people's food.
Yeah, don't do that. And don't mess with my food specifically. Don't do that. All right, guys. That's it for us. We will see you guys next week.
See you.
Later.
Bye.
You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.